Hello, welcome once again. Did I say once again? Okay. Very good evening to you. Welcome to this test transmission. I honestly don't even know what I'm saying, but I'm sure talking. um, this is a test transmission. This is for Skolo TV. And of course, we'll be talking and football on this channel. Uh, Pardon me, I'm hesitating a bit. Like I did tell you just a few minutes ago, or a few seconds ago, is test transmission. Just trying to, check out what exactly we're doing, our connections well, is the microphone set, all of those things. But of course, this is going to go live very, very soon. In a matter of weeks, we're going to be doing it proper. We're going to have things sorted out. But my name is Ufume Igbamuno, the host on this channel for Skolo TV. Please, if this is your very first time of coming across whatever it is we're doing, if you like what you're going to see for the next 25 minutes or thereabout, please like the page on YouTube. We are for Skolo TV. Like and subscribe to the channel. And of course, I'm not alone, as you can see on the screen. I've got my partner in crime, my very good friend, who likes a lot of trouble. He's shaking his head, but he likes a lot of trouble. He's wearing his Liverpool badge, even though he got whitewashed yesterday. He got pommeled, beaten, whitewashed, everything. Cherry China, good evening. Welcome to the channel.
First things first. One, I'm not your friend. Two, I'm not happy to be here. Three, there are lots of better things I'll be doing with my time than being with you in one studio. So let's just get it done with so I can face my life.
Really? Really?
Yes.
Anyway,
Yes.
okay. We're still expecting one of the guests to join us on the show. David Okwara will be joining us on the show. But of course, this is the Top 4+1 podcast, just a test transmission on this dial for Skolo TV. Is the title race over? Are Liverpool out of the title race after yesterday's 3-0 loss? Arsenal fans jittery already, knowing that, well, the team that has won 6 of the last 7 Premier League titles is hot on their heels now. Will Manchester City go on a 10 plus or make that 15 plus match winning run? Well, that is a question, or those are questions we will try to want to answer on this test transmission that we're doing right now. I can see about 6 of you on the live stream. Please like the page, share, of course, and subscribe if you're on YouTube. If you're watching via YouTube, we are streaming live on Facebook on my portal, Ufoma for Skolo Igbamono, on Twitter on my portal at Foskolo, and then of course on YouTube at Foskolo TV. If you're on YouTube, please like the page, subscribe to the channel, because loads and loads of football conversations will be coming your way. So let's get this started. China. First things first, let me ask you, is Liverpool out of the title race?
A very retarded question. It's November. If there ever was a title race, nobody's out of it in November.
Are you calling me retarded?
Yes, I am. I just called you that. I just did. And I'll say it again, over and over again.
Look at this man. Okay. I don't blame you. I do not blame you at all. I actually gave you a link to join this live stream. That's why you can
Yes,
come
he
here.
did. Yes, he did.
And
You need
insult
me. You need me. You need me. You need my aura. You need my aura.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right. But seriously speaking, though,
No, there's no being out of the title race in November. Now, if you're an Aston Villa, a Southampton, but not Liverpool, not Manchester City, not Arsenal. Just like I'm one of those that say you don't win the league in November, then you don't lose out on the title race in November. It's too soon. Now I agree. In the whole of last season, Liverpool lost just 4 games, and by November, Liverpool has lost 4 games already. So that means, in terms of results, it's not the same as last season. I mean, no one that's a fact. No one can argue that. But 8 points behind the leaders in November. Hey, listen, we have seen 8 points easily chalked off by January before in the past 15 years. So let's just say it's still all to play for.
So let's talk about yesterday. To be very honest, I expected more, especially after the week your team had, beating Aston Villa, beating, I would say, a very hapless Real Madrid. Quite a number of us, myself included, expected more from the Liverpool side. How would you rate your team's performance yesterday at the Etihad?
I think it was a timid performance from what I saw. I know how Liverpool has played City in the past 10 years, even when Kenny Dalglish was manager. I know how we fought against City, um, in the days of Kenny Dalglish, Brendan Rodgers, and even Klopp. And again, in the past four encounters between both sides, City failed to win. So I know how we play against City. I know that a normal Liverpool team wants to play City because they love to play teams that don't sit back. When you come out to attack against Liverpool, you create spaces where Liverpool will capitalize on. So I know Liverpool always love to play against City, always love to play against us, with that all-out attacking teams. But yesterday wasn't like that. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. The team has been good in fits and starts this season. First 6 games in all competitions, won all of them, then lose the next 5 games, then win the next two, only to lose to City. And it wasn't just a loss, it was humiliation. 3-0. I hear that since Slot joined Liverpool, he has never lost 3-0. It happened yesterday. So, I mean, it's just another one of those poor performances under Klopp. But like I said, I know at the start of the season, I believe from the mentality around the Liverpool team, from the way the signing of players went, in August, in the summer, I know that Liverpool's preseason target was to retain the title. I know that. And I don't think it's over yet, even though some of us who are fans, for peace of mind, we have reduced our expectations to a top four finish, right? But 8 points behind the leaders, I really don't think it's game over yet. It's still November. A lot to play for. A lot.
Okay,
Okay.
just to also let everyone know
I'll
that
turn on the light.
in case you just joined us, this is test transmission. We're just checking out, what our studio looks like. We're checking out what our microphones sound, what it sounds like, and all of that. But if you're watching on YouTube, this is just for Scolo TV. Lots and lots of football conversations is what I promise you. To be coming on this channel. We've got a lot in
Okay,
store for
sorry, I
you
should wear a
on this
headphone. Sorry.
channel.
I don't know why.
Um,
I don't know why I'm not hearing you, but I'm sure
Use your
you can
headphone,
hear me.
David. I can hear you
Oh
perfectly.
God.
We can hear you perfectly.
Does
So
he know he
guys,
just walked into his show and is disrupting our
don't
talk? Does
mind
he
him.
know?
Don't mind him. He's always like that. He's a disruptor. But of course, that's the beauty. That's the beauty of this. It's not like your regular radio or TV show where you are all prim and proper. In fact, I can literally be scratching my face or go and look for a bar and start eating right here while we're discussing
Like
what.
this, right?
Exactly. It's all fun. There's no We're trying as much as possible to be as laid back as possible and be the fans that we are. That's what the show is about. It's more about us as fans and less of us as maybe proper journalists or football analysts. So in case this is your very first time of joining us, well, this is the first time we're doing this. Like I said, it's test transmission. We're just trying to, check out all of the things that we need to, look at and see if they're working, the mics, the sound. Never mind, the background will be done particularly well. My name is Ufoma. Of course, I'm your host on this show. I've got the Liverpool by the way, I am an Arsenal fan. Just so I put that clear, I am an Arsenal fan, a proud Arsenal fan for that matter. And I've got the Liverpool man who is all crestfallen, a China, Ikwerima, and Acheru right beside me. And joining us now,
Guess
I don't
what?
know if you can hear me.
Guess what?
Eh? Crestfallen, aren't you? Well, joining us right now is David. David, I don't know which club he supports. Okay, I know. David is
You
an
do.
AC Milan fan who also what's the word now? He has gone on loan.
Love.
He is on loan at Manchester City. David, welcome to the Top 4+1 podcast. Test transmission, by the way.
I I have I didn't know when this, but I'm happy to be here. Let me just leave it there. Let me just leave it there.
Okay, so just before you joined us, I was asking China what it felt like yesterday. So you are the man on loan at Manchester City. What did it feel like for you yesterday
Sit
watching
down,
that
Lord.
3-0 demolition of an slot side?
I won't lie. So the scars of last season still hold true. I don't I don't think there is anybody of a City persuasion, either fan or just admirer from far, who would have told you that City would have walked away with the result that yesterday.
Mm,
It was a wait and see thing. Everybody was like, okay, let's see. Because Liverpool have been, the last two games sort of resurgent. Beat Aston Villa, tough fixture. Beat Real Madrid, another tough fixture. So there was reason to be very, very careful with expectations. So it was a pleasant surprise when, from the word go, City were all over them. And you know how you've been so traumatized over the course of a season because City was in quite a long rut. It was like 10, 15 games where things would just not go right. Maybe every now and again, one win there, but it was just losses. It just looked really, really fragile. So I couldn't quite believe it when City got the penalty. And when they now missed, I was like, okay, yeah, it was too good to be true after all. But
mm,
then, first goal, and then second goal was like, it's going too well. Where is the catch? Where is the. I mean, this is Liverpool. Yeah, they don't do well at the Etihad, but they did do well there last season. They won 2-0 just in February this year. And so it was a pleasant surprise. I think that's me summarizing it all. It was a real pleasant surprise. Still very um I'm not too quick to give expectations around the season. I still think Arsenal are the team to beat. So.
Okay, so let me ask you the question I asked China. He said he called me a retard. I still know what I'll do to him when I see him tomorrow, but he called me a retard when I asked him this question. I asked if Liverpool were out of the title race, and I'm asking you now: are they?
No, they are not. We've only just crossed the quarter mark of the season. So it will be very unwise for anyone to write them off. There's a lot of moving parts there that haven't quite come together for them. Their signings, it's almost like they use the signings to shift the balance in the squad because it's a lot of integration issues that happening there. Florian Wirtz is probably the most talented player in his age group in the game, but he's having quite a tough bedding in period. Alexander Isak can't quite find his place yet, and I think it will be some time before he does. because versus the pressure and all the games that Liverpool have to go through, it will be at some point between the middle to late point of the season when he starts to see that old Issa come back. And that is also dependent on whether they find a way to integrate Ekitike somehow, because he's the one who has proof of concept. He's the one who has gotten up and gone, get up and go. He's been, touch and go for them. But, I guess, in the interest of City, you hope that they suffer for a little bit so that the title goes out of, because, I
Okay.
mean, yeah.
Yeah. So sorry to cut you there. Myself and China were on a group this morning when someone posted, a very surprising start. To be honest, I thought it was a joke. I thought it was, the normal banter that we do, but it turned out to be right. That in the calendar year 2025, Liverpool have actually lost more games than, guess what, Manchester United. Even with all the bashing we've given Amorim's side in the last 18 months or thereabout. China, let's talk about that. I'm sure I just said it. You were surprised when you saw that stat. But looking at it, how do you think your manager, can stem this tide, stop the bleeding, and all of that?
There's really nothing to stem. You see, the media always want to create narratives, maybe for engagement, maybe for traffic. Now, there's this comparison. How many games has Klopp lost in this calendar year versus Amorim? Obviously, that stat shocked me. But obviously, Slot has lost more games than Amorim in this calendar year. When you say calendar year, Slot won the league. Amorim finished in 70th position. Now, in the current season, Slot is still, I think still above United on the table.
Actually,
Slot is
United are.
eighth. Check. Whatever is the case, in the season that just ended in May, Slot won the title, playing the Champions League, while Amorim's team finished in 70th position. Yet a stat is out that Slot has lost more games than Amorim. I think it's just for engagement and for traffic and for banter purposes. Now, is Liverpool bleeding? Yes, certainly Liverpool is bleeding. Of the 16 games lost, said to have been lost, one of them is a preseason friendly, which I don't think should count. Because if you also check the number of games that Arsenal in all their glory have lost this calendar year, I think it's about 9 or 10. If you also add 2 preseason losses. Now, one of those games actually ended in a draw and was decided on penalty shootout. So officially, that game should count as a draw. Then again, of all those games, quite a few of them are cup losses. But again, all this will count to create, should I say, engagement on social media. A Slot needs to stop what's going on. He needs to stop it. Now, because it's letting people talk. Now, this was a Slot that came into Liverpool last season. And not one person said Slot was going to win the league because he inherited a good team from Klopp. Not one person said it. Everybody said Liverpool will struggle. It's a new coach from a new league with someone else's team. He didn't sign anybody. Not one person said because Klopp kept a good team for him, he was going to win the league. Then he wins the league, enters the next season and wins the first 6 games. They went the fourth.
Have we lost China's connection there? Okay, it looks like
Connection is probably mirroring Liverpool.
When they say he should use good network, you will not agree. You not go agree use better network. So you just freeze for 10 seconds now.
I'm broke. I can't afford a good network. I'm broke. Help me.
Yeah, right.
Help me.
Okay.
So will I get
guys,
help now?
From who? Who will give you help? Me that is broke and is looking for money.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, if you just joined us, I can see about 53 of you or 52 of you who are watching live as we speak. Thank you. I didn't expect to get that much if I'm being honest. But this is a test transmission. We're just, looking through, trying to ensure that our mics are great, our sound is okay. The picture quality might not be great right now. There's still a lot of reorganizations and organizations and stuff we need to do to make it aesthetically more pleasing. But not to worry. Like I said, it's test transmission. For Scholar TV will officially go live in about 2 weeks' time. And we've got lots of interesting things for you. We've got at least 3 different podcasts for you, talking about football, and football. For all of you who are Arsenal fans, there's going to be a podcast strictly for you. We're discussing everything Arsenal. I'm not going to have these baggers that are here. I will not have them, on the show. And and then we would also have another one. If you look through the right of this show, you see what we have on the top screen, top 4+1. That's also another podcast. It's going to be a podcast that talks about the big clubs in Europe. We're talking Liverpool, as we're doing right now, Manchester United, Chelsea, of course, Arsenal, and then Manchester City. That's what that podcast is going to be all about. And then we'll have another one where we talk about everything football across Europe, be it the Lyon versus PSG game from last night, or the Barca and Celta Vigo game, that was a classic, or Inter last year. We will talk about football generally on that podcast. So, guys, ensure that you stick around. If you're watching from YouTube, please like and subscribe to the channel. We're streaming on X, or Twitter as they call it. We're streaming on Facebook, and I'm also streaming on YouTube. Quite a lot of these streams will definitely be on YouTube. That will be our primary channel, but of course, we would also be reaching you via Facebook and Twitter, just to give it a wider coverage. But of course, back to the conversation. Let's talk about Manchester City now. David, we've talked about Liverpool. We do know that if there's a team capable of going on a run, as an Arsenal fan, if there's one team I have PTSD for over the last 3 seasons, it is, of course, your team. I would rather be chased by Liverpool. I'd rather be chased by Liverpool. Liverpool have not been in a title race, more or less, you could say. The last 2 times they've won the league. China, I don't want you to say anything, but that's what I believe. In 2020, when they won it, it was a one-way
They ran
traffic.
away
They
with it.
literally won
Yeah,
that
they ran
league,
away with it. Last year, they ran away with it.
Exactly. Last year, they also ran away with it. So, and every time they've been in a title race, they've lost, whether they are in front or they are behind. But for us Arsenal fans,
You have
2022,
no
2023.
experience. You have
Exactly.
absolutely no experience what it feels like to be.
So are you going to go
I
on
don't
that
think
10 plus
in
match
20
winning run?
in 2022 23, that was the closest time Arsenal came to something of a title race. I do not think that the 24-year was something of a race, because it
Why?
was sort of written. No, let me not say written. There were less head-to-head games, and City had outstanding matches that, if they won, they would have come away with it. Now, the only tricky fixture in that run,
David, I think you're conflating both. You're conflating both, actually. It was the 22-23 season that City had outstanding matches, and those outstanding matches were against us.
Oh, am I?
Yes,
but
that's
the Tottenham
one.
game in 23-24 was also an outstanding match, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was one. But the one that was really prominent was the 22-23, where remember the Queen died.
Yes, and that
Queen
weekend was
died,
cancelled in football.
and that weekend was cancelled. And that weekend was supposed to be
the
that
first
weekend was
game.
supposed to be you and us. We didn't play that game.
At the Emirates.
And then again in February or thereabouts, when we were supposed to play, something happened again. They now moved it to first week of March. So we now played that first game in first week of March. You beat us 3-1 at the Emirates. And then the
I
return
like how you are
fixture.
the one recounting this. It's beautiful to
No, no, no.
hear.
I see. I'm an honest Arsenal fan, you know. And then a month later, you beat us again 4-1. So that season,
February,
remember,
very very
Arsenal were
clear.
not even supposed to be in a title race. I would argue. But the following season, the 23-24 season, it was a title race. It went down to the wire, you know, to the point where it was Arsenal losing to Aston Villa in April that more or less
Well,
gave.
fair point. Fair point. Okay, I think I'm inclined to agree with you because the 23-24 year was Arsenal's highest points tally
Mm.
in possibly 30 something years. I don't think Arsenal has ever done 89 points in ever, even the title winning years. And
They said the
Ateta
title
caught
winning year,
that
they won with 90 points.
with
The
90.
last
Yeah,
title
okay.
was
So that
90
was
points, yeah.
2004.
What
Yeah.
year was
89
that?
points is an it's that
What
was
year was
2004.
that?
2004. 2004.
2004.
What year was that? What year was that?
2004.
What year was that?
Okay, okay. He's trying to cook now.
Waka
Okay.
Shege.
He's trying to cook. He's trying to cook.
Guys,
It's okay. The kitchen is
like
open.
I
Now,
told you, this is what to expect on this podcast. We are not
well,
journalists here. We are fans, and we will throw the banter. It go catch everybody.
he's
Everybody
cooking.
go
He's cooking.
collect. David, go
So remind
ahead.
me again, Ufoma, what your question was, please. Let me because I
David
feel like I
Waka
went off on
Shege.
that. Please.
No, I was asking,
Please.
are you guys going to go on that long winning run again like you always used to?
Can I be honest with you? I don't think
No,
City have
be
that
dishonest.
kind of consistency in them.
Mm.
That kind of blistering consistency. But the crazy thing about it is that they probably do not have to. The level of competition is not quite in the City pool level. You know, it's not, in the City pool era, the one season it was 97-99, right? Then the very next year, Liverpool took a full queue and decided to go 2 points better and did 99 points, right?
Mm.
Then the year that followed, it was a drop off because they really pushed themselves in the title winning year, and they couldn't quite be on that level until 2021-22 again, where it was, I think it was 92-93 once more. Let's just put this out there. 90-point seasons in a 20 league round robin format is exceptional across Europe. This is not just me saying this because it is exceptional. Inter did it maybe two or three seasons ago. Before then, most times when you do 85 points, you are good enough to win the league. If you do 80 points in a league that is not very like where the big teams are not necessarily like picking up all those many points, you are good enough to win. And I think that is where the Premier League is right now. I think there's a lot of mistakes in every team. So it's a race for who will make the least mistakes as possible. I don't know if you get me. So
Yeah,
it's
I do.
not who's going to pick up the most points. No, it's not that race because you're not talking about teams that are at a high level of efficiency. City still have teething problems. Arsenal have emotional baggage. Liverpool are trying to
What do you mean?
really.
What do you mean? What do you mean
Oh,
by
you do.
emotional baggage?
Arsenal have serious emotion. At this point, it is heavy. You can smell it on all the, like, you go near to an Arsenal fan, it's like, God, I beg, God, I beg, God, I beg. God, I beg is the default prayer of an average Arsenal fan. So
But China would argue that many of the Arsenal fans that he knows are actually priding and making mouth already and
that's
talking about
so
how
it's the pride he hears is the pride that comes with, when a child has not been hit by a car before or has not had an accident, but he just learns to drive. Arsenal fans who are under age 25 have never seen a league triumph. So in their heads,
21,
10
you mean, not
games.
25.
You said?
21, not 25.
25. 25 is year 2000. If you are 20, if you are 25 years old, you were not old enough to see the
Well, true.
Invincibles.
True
You
that, true
certainly
that.
did not experience the 2001 2002 class. You
True.
were not even there for 98. So you are absolutely a clean slate. The most you've seen is the back-to-back FA Cup wins from 14 to 16, right? So there is an emotional baggage there. And Arteta feels it. I can categorically say it now that he carries the bulk of it because he has given this fan base hope. Liverpool, on the other hand, don't have that kind of baggage. In fact, they have margin for error. If they don't win the league this season and a slot is not going anywhere, he knows that. And
Some
also,
ask China. Some Liverpool fans are already saying slot out.
they are
They're
not
not
smart people.
fans.
They are not.
They're not.
Those
No,
are not.
it's not about being smart. They're not fans of the club.
You can say that. You can. I mean, you are a fan, so
They're not fans of the
you
club.
you
They're not
you are
fans of
you
the
are in a
club.
better position to
So
say
what are
that.
they?
Me, as a neutral, looking at Liverpool, I'd say anybody who says that's not a serious person should not be taken seriously
Because
at all. Now, moving, looking at
how
City, looking at
you
City.
move from? How do you move from? And it's Slot, best coach in the world.
I think we must accept that football fans are very reactionary by
Very
nature.
true. Very true.
Very, very reactionary, and
Hmm.
most football fans don't have sense. I think it's the most crass way to put it.
Why are you insulting the people watching this podcast?
No,
This
but it's true,
test
it's true. I think I'm hoping that in watching this show, you acquire some level of sophistication in how you consume the game. Because I am hoping that we are able to bequeath as much knowledge as possible, even as fans, because football fans are just generally not very. It's true. This is across board. Even the smartest of us, right? The smartest of us, when the emotions take over, sense goes to the back. It happens. It happens. What we must not do, however, is
True.
let the
True.
emotions then carry over into the next day and color how you see situations that are otherwise very complicated. You start to make them, black and white like that. Just like this Slot situation. It's not black and white. The guy is finally building his own team. Credit to him for using what Klopp left last season. I think everybody can see that. But he is finally building his own team and he's figuring this thing out as it goes, right? He doesn't have emotional baggage, and I think he has a blank slate as to what success will look like this season. Frankly, I think if Liverpool are able to get a Carabao Cup, if I was a Liverpool fan, I will not be too pissed. Yes, 400 million spent. Oh, yeah. I just remembered that you guys are out. Yes. Or maybe an FA Cup, because think
They win it next year.
it's not good returns. It's not, I know, it's not good. The FA Cup pays 13 million if you win it, right? But obviously it was not a money spinning competition in the beginning. But the point here is that they would have time to walk through their issues, and eventually a Slot will find out what works. On City's own end, the experiment started last season. So if it looks like stuff is starting to come together, well, it was always going to come together. Touche, right? Buying started in January, continued, and it was very focused buying, right? I'm just happy to see guys like Nico Gonzalez, who have endured a lot of criticism, getting it right. He's absolutely looking like a maverick in midfield. On the left-hand side, Nico O'Reilly is probably the finest story because made his debut, was it last season or 2 seasons ago? And unlike Rico Lewis, that was a flash in the pan. Nico O'Reilly is
quite steady. Yeah, I agree.
He has been, he's looking like he is a serious contender for that role, not just at Manchester City anymore, but in the English national team. Because you remember, they've had a black hole at left back since Euro 2020.
And
They've
Miles
not had a
Kelly
serious
not getting enough
the minutes,
in the Premier League
exactly.
could open up that door. I agree.
I've always said it that, if you want to make your bones in any team,
And
if you are looking for a cheat code to enter any team, fullback is always where it is, because any idiot can be placed there. But if you are doing the role well, they will not need to tell anybody that you are good at it. It's a place where you can shunt anybody, yes, but if you are a rubbish fullback, it will still show that you're a rubbish fullback. And he's proven himself. He's a midfielder by trade, right? But
Yeah.
he's really, really adapted. He's been asked to invert most of the time. Frankly, I was thinking like, this thing is old school. Why are you asking this boy to put his life on the line? But it's working. It's working. City are protecting, it's sort of vintage because they are protecting their weaknesses while amplifying their strengths.
Exploiting their strength.
Exactly. So I don't expect clean sheets. That's an Arsenal fan thing. I'm not in that.
All right, we will talk Arsenal now in a bit. We will talk
right.
Arsenal in a bit. But just to remind all 84 or thereabout persons who are on this live stream that this is a test transmission. You're tuned into Foscolo TV on YouTube. Some of you probably are watching via Facebook. Some are watching via X or Twitter, as we call it. But primarily, this channel is on YouTube. I would beg and plead that you go to YouTube if you're not on YouTube watching right now, like and subscribe to the page, because we've got lots and lots of football content coming your way. I did mention 3 different podcasts will be coming your way in a matter of weeks. What we're doing now is we're just test transmitting. We're checking our sounds. We're checking what, the page would look like and all of that. And for some persons who have already put out some comments, thank you very much. The Honorable, he says, good evening, sir. Nice test run. First time seeing Mr. David, but his voice gave him away. Let's go. Thank you very much, the Honorable, for that message. And I've got another one from Tamino Dane West, who says, nice test run. Liverpool still have a chance. Still early days. Thank you, Tamino. You can keep your comments coming. I will try and take as many of them as possible when they do come. Once again, subscribe to the channel, like the page, and of course, we will be glad if you do. Quickly, before we wrap up, let's talk Arsenal. Yes, the Gunners sitting pretty top of the table. 10-match winning run came to an end. 8 sheets.
We can tell you are not used to it.
Well, I'm not going to lie. I wasn't. But if we're being honest, this whole defensive solidity did not start this season. It's something that has been coming, over time, over the last 2 seasons. Arsenal have been the best defensive side. They usually say the cliche, the defense wins you title. I don't totally agree. I think that's a wrongly used cliche, because if you look at the Premier League, I think over the last 25 years, the best defense have actually won it 6 times, if my memory serves me right. You have to have a balance between not conceding goals and then scoring the goals. But let's talk about Arsenal, guys. Maybe you guys will be the ones asking me the question, since I'm the Arsenal fan here. So shoot.
All right. Why are you ruining football?
How do you mean ruining football?
See, get this. Every season, once we get into the first 10, 15 games, the narrative on the quality of football is usually determined by the team that sits on top of the league. Now, the talk in the first 10 weeks has been, oh, football is so boring. Everybody is nobody wants to touch ball again. Everybody wants to do score. Oh, and Arsenal are chief culprits. Set pieces, because I get this. Arsenal are very capable of
set pieces.
China is not very impressed, but
well, I'll wait for you to finish. I had my own answer question to ask you.
So
waiting for you to finish.
My thing is, because of Arsenal, everybody thinks that the football is going to dogs because Brentford are leaning into their throw-ins. Sunderland keep the ball in the air. They hardly play it on the ground. Arsenal, on the other hand, have made corner kick there. How can you score how many goals this season? Less than 20? 17, I think.
David, y'all should take a chill pill. Y'all should take a chill pill. You rightly
Why are
said
you
it.
ruining football? That's
Hold
I'm
on,
here to push
hold
an
on,
agenda.
hold
Why
on,
are you
hold
ruining
on.
football? What
I
did football do
remember,
to you?
I remember writing sometime in the middle of last season. I wrote an article on Nigeria Info's website, where I said that Mikel Arteta was more Jose Mourinho than Pep Guardiola, because quite a lot of people
I
have
remember reading that.
have
Yes.
associated Mikel Arteta to because of course he started his career at his coaching career at Manchester City. A lot of people have associated him with that kind of beautiful football. And yes, in the 2022-2023 season, Arsenal started like a house on fire. Before the injuries set in December and January, notably William Saliba and Gabriel
I'll be back.
Jesus. He played
I'm still
brilliant
listening.
football. In the 23-24 season, it was also that mixture, especially in the second half of the season. But like my friend Patson would say, that 4-1 loss at the Etihad
He
in the
rearranged the man's brain, fried his hard
Arteta
drive.
had a heart attack, so to speak, and I think he swore that was going to be the last time any of his team will get battered that way, and he's sort of metamorphosed into what we're seeing today. Now we are all hypocrites, all of us football fans. We are. When it's going for you, you don't say anything.
Yes.
Because those of us who are Arsenal fans, I do know that 20 years ago, when Jose Mourinho came into the picture with his Chelsea side, quite a number of us called the Chelsea team at the time anti-football, boring football, and all of that. Go back 10, 15 years ago, Tony Pulis's Stoke City. Oh, goodness me, we did not want to play again. In fact, if you even go back 21 years ago, Bolton under Sam Allardyce, we all insulted them and all of that. 21 years after, we, the Arsenal fans, are now, lapping it up. But here's what I think. You can call it ruining football all you like. We don't care. If it's going to lead Arsenal in May to the Premier League title, fuck it. We don't care. If you want to play beautiful football, this Arsenal team have what it takes to do it. If you want to play fight, let's blow ourselves, we also have what it takes, to do it. The bottom line is whatever it is you want this Arsenal side to do, you will get it. Now, this season, quite a number of teams have realized that if we try to go toe-to-toe with Arsenal, we will get blown out of the way. Even the greatest manager in the Premier in the world, arguably, Pep Guardiola, came to the Emirates and packed the bus.
I don't
David,
agree, but finish.
David, your team
You
packed the
guys are
bus.
so you guys are so full of yourselves.
What is it?
I
You're so
don't
full of
agree,
yourselves.
but finish.
Pack what
Finish.
boss? Pack
Did
what
they pack or
boss?
did they
Just
not pack?
finish. I want you to finish.
What do you mean by packing the boss?
Bottom line, let's not get into that argument. The bottom
No,
line
we
is
shouldn't.
Arteta plays to the strength of the team right now. And that strength is we're physical, we will go toe to toe with you. And he realized, maybe before a lot of people did, that I wouldn't necessarily say that the Liverpool team that won the league in 2019-2020 had a high scoring rate from set pieces. So I wouldn't
Yes, they
say
did. They were
I wouldn't say
excellent at it.
Arteta just plucked out of the skies. But Arteta
So
saw that, hold on, China. Arteta saw that, man, this is something that can work. And to a large extent, it has worked. Now, I think that the constant complaints from a lot of the rivals is even making it worse for all of you. Because every time there's a corner kick, fans are scared. Arsenal fans are, excited that maybe something is going to happen. Um, Teams are also playing low blocks against us. And when you have low blocks, David, you've watched enough football to know that it's difficult. And so if the
Yeah, it
set
is. It
piece,
is.
if the corner kicks is going to be what will be the decider to open up teams, so be it. I don't care that we're playing boring football. I don't care that all of you rivals are pissed and angry. If that's what's going to make us now end their 21-year wait of winning the league,
Ufoma,
so freaking be it.
Ufoma,
Yes,
Ufoma.
I can hear you.
Nobody is peace. Nobody is peace. Now, when David asked that
We are just
question,
amused.
I think it was kind of tongue in cheek, because one thing I've learned about football is just be patient. Things you thought would never be possible are actually possible. He asked because for a long time, Arsenal fans criticize certain kind of football. They
Yes.
criticize Atletico Madrid style. They criticize Chelsea style because they felt that there was only a particular way to play football. So we are all amused that everything that you criticized in the past is what you're doing now, and you're defending it. So no one
But
is
you
really
know,
pissed. For me,
that's the first
for
thing I
me, hold
said.
on. You had your chance to speak. Now, I've always believed that there is no rule that says you must win in a particular way.
No.
You can win however you want. But for 20 years or for 17 years, Arsenal fans, including you, yeah, criticize certain ways of winning. So we are just enjoying the ride. We are just enjoying you guys defend what you complained about. But my
I
question to you is
I
this.
think okay.
Okay, go ahead, David. Go ahead,
No,
David.
I just think it's to me. You guys say people are scared, people are scared. For now, I mean, there's a part of me that says I did say, you remember I tweeted it, that I think this is the year Arsenal takes it, right? There's a part of me that fears that it may happen, but for now, as things stand, I am merely amused at Arsenal, not scared. Amused, yes, because I don't think in September, in August, I don't think we quite realize how long the season is. It's almost 1 year.
David,
It
sorry to
is
cut you. I have a problem with that kind of narrative where people are reactionary based on one game
week
or
in, week
two
out
games.
results. Exactly. So, man,
August 31st, March day 3, Arsenal lost 1-0 to Liverpool. March day 3. And all I saw, most of the things I saw from the mainstream media, from us, from fans, oh,
oh, they
Arsenal
are
out
going to
of the
run away
race.
with it again.
Liverpool will run away with it. By the end of September, it had turned around. Liverpool were now from 5 points ahead. We're now 5 points or so behind. And the
Yeah.
narrative I'm now hearing is Liverpool are out of the title race. They are
Come
gone.
on.
In fact, there are some people who even suggested at a point when you remember when Man City lost back to back, the
Yeah.
second and the third game, myself included. I'm not even. This is not me trying to form holier than thou. Excuse me. I remember tweeting about 6 weeks ago to say the title race in England is going to be between Arsenal and Liverpool. I did. I tweeted that and I said Liverpool, Man City will be nowhere near it. But guess what? November 10th, City are 4 points behind Arsenal. Liverpool are 8 points behind
8
Arsenal.
points behind
By
Arsenal.
by December, all of this could. I'm even going far. By the next 2 match days, Arsenal play Tottenham and Chelsea in the same week after the international break. This 4 point lead could as well be Man City top of the table. So, for someone like me who has watched a lot of football, I do know that the season really doesn't start now. Let's see where everybody is by
In
end of
March.
December, by January, we can have a clearer picture. Because the way the table is right now, Man, you can win 2, 3 straight matches and they will be second or even first on the log.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea, a few weeks back, were way off it. Now, Chelsea are 6 points behind Arsenal. And there are lots of Chelsea fans who believe they are in the title race. But will they have the consistency? Will they be able to win
And
matches
Chelsea
five
are
in
a
a row,
sick team.
10 in a
Those
row?
ones are inexperience will kill them. So I
I
don't. I
believe so
don't.
too. But all in all, I
Inexperience.
think we've had a good run. I honestly did not plan to do 50 minutes. It was supposed to be like 20, 30 minutes, just go through with this test transmission and see how it goes. But guys, Our final words before we call it a day tonight.
China never got to ask this question.
Oh, you were supposed
Yes.
to ask me a question.
Why?
Oh, China.
Yes. Why was that Teta called the bridesmaid?
They find my mouth this night, Abby. Well, because over the last 3 seasons, he has been the nearly man.
Okay, like he's the one that always escorts the winner, right?
Unfortunately, yes.
Now, is it a
That's
thing that in a lot of cases, not every time, the bridesmaid always looks at the bride kind of envious because I wish it was me. Does it happen sometimes?
Yeah, sometimes, yes, it does.
Okay,
I think
fair
from a
enough,
football
fair enough,
context, yes, it does.
fair
See,
enough, yeah,
I'm an
fair enough,
Arsenal
yeah.
fan.
Fair
I'm going
enough.
to admit it.
Mhm.
It has hurt. Last season there was no title race, by the way. The season
None, none,
was
none.
all but lost, by December. But the previous 2 seasons, I think the first one, I wasn't expecting a title race. I had hopes at a point, but I also realized that I didn't have the tools. And by the time Gabriel Jesus got injured before the World Cup and Saliba got injured in February, it showed. The drop in quality from Saliba to Rob Holding or from Gabriel Jesus to Nketiah, it showed. So I don't necessarily look at that season as, of course, it's disappointing as an Arsenal fan, but I don't take it to heart too much. But you see this the second season after we signed Rice and Havertz and I think somebody else, and we went on that 16 match run. In the final 18 games of the season, Arsenal won 16, lost one, and drew one. On a normal day, that kind of form should win you the league. But guess what? City went one better.
Manchester won everything.
They won 17 and drew one. The one that they drew, which is the one that we drew, was the game between us, 0-0 at the Etihad.
Did
Now,
it did it did it did it pain you?
I'm telling you, as I speak
Because no,
right
no,
now,
no, no, no. I'm not saying this to mock you. I'm asking
I can't hear you, China.
because did it pain you? Because I've done that twice. We have we chased City for like 3 months. Just 1 point. We kept on chasing them, and they will not even draw a game. Two
I swear.
seasons. Well, I never see anything. It's painful, oh.
China, China, China. He
Yeah.
hurt. He still hurts.
Mm.
As I'm talking about it right now, you can feel the hurt in my voice, which is why I said from the beginning of the show, if there was a team I would rather not chase me, it's not Manchester City. I agree. This version of Manchester City might not be, like the treble winning season
It may
or
not
the
be.
one
Yeah.
before it. I agree. But Nasty Pep Guardiola did here.
So here's the thing. I told you for this. I told you for this that season. I told him that if City have to win 10 games because no matter what happens, they will finish well. It is one thing I've come to have confidence in.
Very true.
If
They
the
might not start
season
well in
will
some
go,
cases, but from December,
they will finish well.
and if
Those
we're
last
also being
things.
honest, one of the things that, apart from the genius of Pep Guardiola, it is also the squad. You look at the squad. If Bernardo Silva is not playing on the wings, you can bring in a Riyad Mahrez. If it's not David Silva, you can have a young Phil Foden. That is the kind of squad where if you make those changes every 3 days, the drop in quality is not so evident.
Is
And,
less.
and maybe that's why some of us Arsenal fans, have some glimmer of hope that while our present squad might not be in that category as the City squad of 3 seasons ago or 4 seasons ago, I think every Arsenal fan would admit, and including rivals, that this is about the best squad we have ever had. I would even argue, maybe in terms of depth, better than the Invincibles. In terms of depth,
I mean, you would know all about that because the Invisibles
of
was
course, I've been watching Arsenal since
sort
1998,
of
so
just before my time.
I
Now,
would know.
here's,
Anyway, guys,
okay.
I think that would be a good place for us to wrap it up here. We've done about
About time
55.
too.
We've done about 55 minutes. And for everyone who
Fair
has
enough.
joined in and has watched this, again, let me reiterate, it is a test transmission. We're just checking our mics and, having conversations and having banter and just knowing exactly whether our sounds are good. But we would love to hear from you. Tell us what you think about this test transmission. It'd be great to get feedback from you. Okay. And then the power situation in Nigeria strikes. Anyway,
Yep.
guys, you can like the page, subscribe to the channel on YouTube. It's Foskolo TV, Foskolo TV. It would be great if I can have you as a new subscriber. We'll do this again very, very soon. Maybe on Wednesday, we would do a little bit of a preview ahead of Nigeria's very important
Yeah.
match against
We should do that.
Gabon
Yeah.
on Tuesday. Probably we'll do that on Wednesday. I'm not sure right now. But stick around, like the page, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace. Peace, everyone. It was nice being here.